Hey guys, Like a Lady Plays here, and today we're playing another new game, Crimes and Punishment, Sherlock Holmes. Alright, this game features an autosave. Alright, see how this goes. I've never played it before. Pretty sure it was free to download on Xbox One. So we'll see how this goes. So let's start a new game. Well, let's start with the options first because it's super loud. Turn that down. A smidge. Alright, let's start a new game. In memory of the Ukrainian Heavenly Hundred. The Fate of Black Peter. You can find gameplay or interface instructions by pressing the sticks. Each time you complete an observation of a person, a brief summary appears on the character's portraits tab. Deduction space icon indicates that some of your clues can form an important deduction. Deduction space icon indicates that you will find sufficient clues to accuse one of the suspects. Missed an important phrase in a dialogue. You can also open up the case book, check the dialogue log. You can find gameplay interface. Okay. A to continue. Let's see how this goes.
Holmes. Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad.
Why is he shooting up everything?
Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded.
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Clinking handcuffs. Policeman. One step avoided. Inspector Lestrade.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. Gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Oh no.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
It's too bad they press X to open the casebook and check your current progress in the investigation. Oh, well, look at this. Documents. What's this? A map? Task. Investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Inspect the crime scene at Woodsman Lee. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe. Join Lestrade at Women's Lee. Okay.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Oh. Well then. Moving on.
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
It's too bad they don't sound and look like Benedict Cumberbatch and the other Watson.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Can I not open that?
My archive. I can always consult with it, if needed.
So where's his wardrobe? Ah! Oh, I can change what he looks like? Alright, well, give me something that's not locked. I'm gonna go with... the green suit. I look strapping. Nothing to touch there. Ooh wee. Okay, so that I can change what I look like. I guess that'll come in handy one day. What's behind this door? A map. Oh, it's that. Okay. What's behind this door? Can I go through it? Oh. It was probably like Watson's room or something. Something. Okay, anyway. Move on. Let's go investigate a crime, shall we? Open casebook. Do I need to open my casebook? Documents. Dialogue. Alright, let's continue.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Okay. Strahd. RB. Concentrate your attention on finding details that others are inclined to overlook. Look. Land around stone path. Stone path.
It seems that the garden was well maintained. It seems that the
Oh.
garden was well maintained.
Am I going the right way? It's a police officer.
Mr. Holmes?
Word.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Nothing unusual that night. When was the body found? Was there a gardener? Let's go with this one
Madam,
first.
can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
When was the body
Do
found?
you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Cameo? Is that what that says? I don't know. Catholic Rosary? Gardening gloves? Crested tit? Character portrait complete. Did he have visitors? I think we'll...
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Did he have visitors?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
Aw.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was
See
still
what
my
happens.
husband.
When I hit
He
the
was
right
different,
button.
wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Choose the evidence that confronts the statement of a character in order to continue the investigation. How do you know about Plymouth? Pilgrimage, well-kept garden, profile. Select the correct answer.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
I don't know. Pilgrimage?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Alright. Let's take a little peek around. So now I have to meet what's-his-face in front of the house? I guess. Can I go inside the houses yet? Stone pathway. Footprints. Examine the footprints.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Good. I wonder how gruesome this is going to be.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see. These scratches are fresh.
Bum bum bum.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Alright, so let's go examine this body. Oh. He was murdered.
It's a terrible way to die. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
This is a cool game.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Why am I going to take
Peter
the boots
Carey's
out?
boots. They look to be a size 8. Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting.
Okay. You say so. Is this going to do anything? Let's examine the body.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. See what the note says. Rotate the object in any direction to examine it thoroughly and uncover any new details. Interesting. Oh, I guess.
The pattern of a blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey. JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
We're gonna open the notebook or what? Jeez.
These abbreviations mean something, but what? This wooden handle is plain and solid.
Examine the wood.
This
the-
blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed. The weapon fully penetrated the body.
Oh, I guess I already
The
did that.
force of the blow was immense.
Oh, hold on. Go back. Why? What's why? Find a pair of related clues. They will form a deduction. Draw a clear picture of the crime by forming your deductions. Form the combination of clues. Make an ambush. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry. Someone drank from this glass recently. Someone drank from this glass recently.
But why is there two glasses?
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Well, then it's his. Right?
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Rotate and move the elements to form a clear picture of the aroma. What? I'm so confused as to what's going on. Oh, why can't I move it? Is that right? You exit this part now, your progress will not be saved. Wow, that took forever.
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
That took forever.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death. This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps. It seems that the garden was well maintained. Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Do you look at everything here?
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
I think I'm done with all that.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky,
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
So now what do I do?
Mr. Holmes?
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's find a good ambush.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
The fate of Black Peter. Some evidence requires additional investigation and will be marked with a special tooltip. Missed an important phrase in dialogue. Da 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 da. Alright guys, I'm gonna actually call this episode here. This is a very interesting game. Very, very interesting. I think I will continue playing this. Just at least finish this one case, I guess. I don't know. It's very interesting, very fun. So yeah. Alright, so with y'all pinkies up, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, keep it classy. See ya!